Hi, my name is Cesar and I'm gonna talk to you about the different kind of Rubik cubes. First, we have to talk about the origin. The first Rubik cube looked like this, and it was created in 1974 by Erno Rubik, an Hungarian mathematician which was looking for showing his students how does the three-dimensional bodies move. The Rubik's cube is composed of three different kind of pieces: the centers that have only one color, the edges which have two colors, and the corners with three colors. For solving it, first we have to put in the correct order the edges of the face we want. In this case, I'm gonna do it with the white face. We have to check if they match with the color of the center of the next face. After that, we have to put in the correct place each corner that has white, completing all the face. Next, we're gonna put the edges of the middle level. Next, we will do the opposite cross, in this case is yellow. And we have to do the same as the white cross. We have to match all the edges with its center. Finally, we have to first put all the coordinates in his face and then orient them correctly. There are two different words in the Rubik's Cube hobby: the speed cube, that consists in solving the cubes as fast as you can, and the solving, that contains harder cubes. In this case, I'm gonna talk to you about the second one. There are not only cubes like this or this. There are a lot of types of cubes, and we can divide them into next categories and subcategories. Number 1. How does they turn? We have 4 basic types of turns in different cubes. What I want to say? First, 180 turn. These kind of cubes are called helicopters. For completing a 360-degree turn, we have only 2 possible positions. In this moment, you are watching on screen some of them and its name. They are ordered by difficulty, in my opinion. This, in my opinion, is the hardest cube that I have.
Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games.
For next, the 120-degree turn. In this kind of cubes, we have to do 3 turns to complete a 360 turn. The most common are the cube, dino, pyramids, and its derivatives. In fact, this specific cube have the both kind of turns. 90-degree. Finally, we are on the Rubik's Cube category. In this category, we have to do 4 turns to complete a 360 turn. Wait. In this family, we have a subcategory. You may think this is a normal 3x3, yeah? But... this family is called mix-up cubes. In these ones, it's allowed to turn in the middle of a 90-degree turn, so we can have 45-degree turns. That's not all, we have a 30-degree mix-up cube, and I can divide the 90-degree turn into 3. In fact, this one is my favorite cube, 72-degree. In this category, we have only cubes like the Megamins and its derivatives. They are solved very similar to the previous category. Obviously, it completes a 360 turn with 5 turns. Finally, there are some cubes that doesn't have a specific type of turn. Squares are these strange things. There are not so much. We have only square 0, square 1, square 2, and this one called Nautilus. The 0 in some way is like a 2x2, but in the next ones the turn is different. They look scrambled like this. Jumbling cubes. These kind of cubes are a bit harder because they have a strange turns without a specific degree. And obviously, there are things that can't be explained with words. Number 2. Shape. We can classify the cubes in their geometrical shape. Pyramids with 4 faces, cubes with 6 faces, octahedrons with 8 faces, dodecahedrons with 12 faces, but we have pentagonal dodecahedrons and rhombical dodecahedrons, icosahedrons with 20 faces, and icosahedrons with 32 faces, but I don't have one of them. And there are others like this hexagonal bipyramid. Number 3. Mods. A 3x3 can be converted in this or this. They are exactly the same cube with the same mechanism, but they have a different shape, size of pieces, and a lot of more things. This cube that I mentioned before also have a lot of mods. All the cubes that you are watching on screen are as cube. Number 4. Subcategories. The cuboids are cubes, but they are irregular. We have 3x3x1 called floppy, 3x3x2, 2x2x3, 3x3x7, 4x4x6, whatever you can imagine. Bandage cubes are 3x3 cubes, but some pieces are joined and the turns you can do are very reduced. This is the Puppet 1. It's a mix of its version 2 and this bandage cube, and it's the only cube of my collection that I've never solved. I consider easier the icosahedrons. Another bandage cubes are the Bermuda cubes. They are our entire collection, but I have the hardest one here. It's very difficult to find the angle in which you can do a move. The gear cubes. As its name says, they have gears and a curious turn. For example, this one is a 3x3 gear, and as you can see, the opposite faces move at the same time, and if I move around 4 times, the edges change its orientation. Finally, the crazy cubes. The crazy cubes have this circle inside. They are variations of easy cubes as a 3x3, 4x4 or Megaminx, but the pieces contained in the circle can move as a normal cube or not. This is because we have 2 different turns, type 1, type 0, and a mix of them. In a type 0 turn, the pieces inside the circle stay in place. In a type 1 turn, we take the pieces with us, and in the mixed turn, we take some pieces and some not. This is my entire collection, and tell us, did the video spark your curiosity about cubes?